Crisis is a regular feature of capitalism. What makes the current crisis an extra problem for capitalists is the willingness of people to fight back. You could argue that we have been in a prolonged period of resistance, dating back to December of 2010 with the overlapping protests of the pro-democracy movement of the Arab Spring, the Wisconsin protest of 2011 going into Occupy Wall Street, the 2012 Chicago Teachers Union strike, followed by more teacher strikes across the country, the Indigenous Peoples fight against the Dakota Access Pipeline, Black Lives Matter, trans liberation, Cop City, the protest against it, and a general uptick in labor union struggles. We see this resistance currently in the hotel workers on strike in Houston, the United Auto Workers on strike against GE Aerospace in Ohio, and the ongoing resistance of the Palestinian people. Through these struggles, more and more people see capitalism to blame and are open to socialist ideas. Despite the continued resistance of working people in confronting racism, sexism, transphobia, and increasing wealth inequality, the basic underpinnings of capitalism have not been broken. And facing the crisis of capitalism, what the working class is dealing with is a crisis of organization and confidence. While there is a willingness to fight, knowing the most effective ways to fight and having confidence in ourselves and the working class as a whole is vital. I agree with and second Steve in understanding the need for and calling for a revolutionary socialist party. This is what we have been missing during this period of capitalist crisis and working class resistance. We are in different conditions to organize than 20 or even 10 years ago. Workers, especially young people, have been through a lot. During this time, we have gone through the Iraq and Afghanistan wars, accelerating climate change with destructive weather, hurricanes, tornadoes, floods, the Great Recession, after which the economy has never been the same, increased police brutality, especially against people of color, crippling student debt, the loss of reproductive rights, attacks on queer people, the pandemic, soaring inflation, the rise of the far right around the world, and an ongoing genocide in Palestine. It doesn't take that much to convince people that capitalism, a system based on profit that disregards life and the environment, is to blame. And most importantly, in the past 10 years, we have seen a rise of working class consciousness. In organizing today, I rarely have a conversation where I need to convince someone that capitalism is the root of our problems. This was not the case in the 1990s and the early 2000s. Then people would be outraged and protest against racism, sexism, police brutality, war. However, seeing these as a product of capitalism often resulted in some pushback or open debate. This was still part of the post-World War II era when most Americans considered themselves middle class or had middle class aspirations of the so-called American dream. These middle class aspirations are gone. The American dream is now a nightmare. As I said, people today get that capitalism is literally killing us, especially people under 30, where the world I described is all they have known.